Hey Reflections, it's Bashara. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to talk to y'all about self-love because you guys requested it. So if you're into self-love topics, motivational videos, definitely subscribe to this channel, like this video if it helped you, and leave any comments down below in the comment section if you have any comments about this topic. Okay, so self-love is very much like a very wide variety of different things, okay? But it all really boils down to your confidence and your self-esteem, you know. And a lot of people, when you say self-love, a lot of people think about self-care, you know, and they'll say you know, love yourself, go take a bath, go get your nails done, get your hair done. But that's self-care, and self-care is a part of self-love. So self-love is very much, like I said, like it's a very wide array of things. It's self-care, it's self-esteem, it's self-confidence, it's a lot of different things, right? But in this video, I want to talk to you guys about self-esteem, because that's something that low self-esteem is something that I personally have dealt with in the past, okay? And I want to tell you kind of how I got over that. So so pretty much low self-esteem is very it's very important to do what you got to do to fix that, because if your self-esteem is not in the right place, if it's not where it needs to be, it can affect you in other areas, like getting in toxic relationships. So because your self-esteem is not where it needs to be, now you've lowered the bar on the type of men that you accept, on the type of women that you accept. You don't really have many standards because you might feel like this is all that I can get for whatever reason, you know. So self-esteem is very important, and it can affect you in a lot of different areas in your life if it's not, you know, at a high level, right? So your self-esteem is like a bar, like your charger bar. Like when your phone is charged at 100%, let's say everybody is born and their self-esteem level is at 100%, but as they go through life and they go through things and go through experiences, the bar goes lower and lower and lower until they can get almost dead, you know. But the good thing about it is that you can charge it back up and it can get back on full. So like some people's self-esteem level is very high, like at 100%, and then some people's levels are very low, like on a 3% charger, almost dead, you know. And you'll see a lot of those people with low self-esteem in very abusive relationships, toxic relationships. They don't make a lot of money because they don't have a lot of confidence in themselves, you know. They don't, you know, have good careers, you know, because that self-esteem goes far, okay? So like I was saying, that when I was younger, I dealt with low self-esteem. I dealt with low self-esteem really up until like I was 30. Like I would say when I was around 30, I felt like, you know, I was starting to gain control, you know, of my low self-esteem. But I'm gonna just quickly try to briefly tell y'all how I dealt with it. Right now, you can have low self-esteem for a wide variety of reasons. I mean, first things first, you want to identify and go inside of yourself and figure out what is causing you to feel low about yourself, you know. And it could be most times when people have low self-esteem, most times it's some physical thing that is causing you to feel like your sense of self is low, you know. Your sense of self is low. And for me, the reason why I had low self-esteem was because all throughout my life when I was younger, I was always mistreated. I was always bullied. And then as I've grown up, I started to feel like, okay, people don't like me this much. It has to be the way that I look. So I never thought that I was beautiful. I always thought that I was the most ugliest person in the world. Like when I was younger, people would say, you need to go to Jenny Craig. Jenny Craig was in back in the 90s. They were like, you need to go to Jenny Craig. You need to lose weight, because I was always chunky and chubby. So they would tell me I need to go to Jenny Craig. So I grew up with like body issues. I hated my body. I felt like I was fat, you know. Then when I got a little bit older, I started having acne. I hated my acne. I dealt with acne up until really recently, until my 30s. I'm still kind of suffering from it a little bit. Like that's how bad my acne was. I suffered from acne. My teeth was a mess, you know. It was nothing good about myself. I hated myself, and I didn't think that I looked good at all, you know. And you know, that reflected, because of my low self-esteem, that reflected in my relationships. I was in an abusive relationship. I didn't feel like I could do better than him. And, you know, he was completely my world, you know, and it was the most toxic relationship I've ever been in. But anyway, all that was because I didn't think I was pretty. And all throughout my life, people will always say, "You're so beautiful." I mean, like different race women. Like one time I was at work and a white woman came into my job and she said, can I just tell you something? I said, huh? She said, "You are so beautiful." And I was just like, "Oh, thank you." But in my mind, I'm always wondering, where are they seeing it? Where am I pretty at? I don't see it when I look in the mirror. How am I pretty, you know? And another woman, one time when I was at another job, this Brazilian woman, she walked up to me. She was like, "You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful." And I'm just like, why do people always think that I'm so beautiful? And why don't I see it, you know? So it really wasn't that I was an ugly girl or anything like that, because I had been mistreated so bad, and I was traumatized from the way that I was treated. I thought that I was ugly, you know? But there were some physical things about myself that I did not like about myself, that once I changed, I was able to feel better about myself. So the first thing that you want to do is identify what is it that you feel that you don't like about yourself, and what do you feel like is making you have low self-esteem. So identify it, right? And then once you identify it, you want to ask yourself, is this something that I can change? Okay, is this something that I can change about myself? And if it's not something that you can change about yourself, then you definitely want to go through some kind of therapy so that you can work on accepting that thing that you cannot change. So in my case, one of the things that I really did not like about myself was my teeth. I was very insecure about my teeth. My teeth were very crooked. I used to have like a missing tooth right here. Like, I hated my teeth. I would never smile. And I'm still traumatized from that. I still don't really smile to this day because I'm just not used to smiling, you know, even though I got my teeth fixed. But I hated my teeth. So I would never smile, and I never really wanted to talk too much because my teeth were so messed up, you know. And I just dealt with that. I just dealt with my teeth being so messed up. And I never thought that I could fix it. You know, it never occurred to me, accept it or change it, you know. So when I realized that I could change it, that's when I set a goal. Okay, I'm going to get my goal was to get my teeth fixed. My goal was to get my credit right, to get the care credit, get my braces, and then get my teeth fixed. So I got my teeth fixed. I set a goal and I did it. Now my sense of self-worth was starting to be better. I could change it. Another thing that I did not like about myself was that I had very, very bad acne. Okay. Now, with my bad acne, I had to also ask myself, can I change this? If I couldn't change it, I would have to accept it. I could change it. So I didn't know, as simple as this sounds. Sometimes we are too caught up in our fears. We're just traumatized with fear. We don't think properly. I did not know that I could make a dermatology appointment and just go to the dermatologist. So I went to the dermatologist and they completely cleared my skin. So I have baby smooth skin, and that's all I had to do. So I fixed my teeth, I fixed my skin, and now my sense of self-worth was just a little bit better. Okay. Another thing that I did not like about myself, that I was very insecure about, was my weight. I had to ask myself, do I remain this way or can I change it? I could change my weight. That's something that I had control over. So I got on a weight loss program and I lost weight and I started working out, and all those things made me feel better about myself. Now, having better teeth and better skin and better body is not going to make you happy. None of those things make me happy. Let me just say that. Changing those things about me never made me happy. That was a whole nother obstacle that I had to heal from my trauma to actually be happy, you know. But those things did give me a better sense of myself and a better sense of my worth and more high esteem, you know. So I could you know, set more boundaries and just feel better about it. Helped me to feel better about myself, but it did not make me happy, you know. And so I just wanted to come on here and say, first of all, identify what is making you feel so low about yourself and ask yourself, can I change this? You know, and if you can change it, then you have to set goals to fix it. Whether you got to get your credit fixed, you know, whether you got to get a better job, whether you got to save some money so that you can get some work done. What is it that you need to fix so you can get a better sense of self? And know that changing those things will not make you happy, but it will probably give you a better appearance and just more confidence and a better sense of self. And that's fine, you know. But it helped raise my self-esteem because those were things that I was insecure about. But those were also things that I could fix. But it's something that you cannot fix, then I would recommend you going through some kind of therapy so that you can work on accepting the thing that you cannot change. Okay, but I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about that. Your self-esteem is linked to your self-love. Self-love is self-esteem, high self-esteem, okay, and confidence. Okay, so do what you got to do, set those goals and fix those things that you can fix about yourself. Okay, so I hope this video helped you. Leave your comments down below and I will see you guys soon.